Control your mind before it controls you. The battle inside you. You wake up every morning with a quiet battle inside your mind. No one sees it, no one hears it, but it is there. It waits for you. It watches you. It whispers to you. One voice says, "Get up and try." Another voice says, "Stay down and hide." One voice says, "You can grow." Another voice says, "You will fail." This battle is real. This battle is daily. This battle decides your life. Most people think life is a battle outside. They think the enemy is money. They think the enemy is luck. They think the enemy is other people. But they are wrong. The real enemy lives inside the mind. Your mind is powerful. Your mind is fast. Your mind is always speaking. Even now it is speaking. It speaks when you walk. It speaks when you sit. It speaks when you try to sleep. Sometimes it helps you. Sometimes it hurts you. Sometimes it lies to you. If you do not lead your mind will lead you. Think of your mind as a wild horse. A wild horse is strong. A wild horse is fast. A wild horse is beautiful. But a wild horse without a rider is dangerous. It runs anywhere. It jumps everywhere. It does not listen. Your mind is the same. Without control, it runs wild. It runs into fear. It runs into doubt. It runs into excuses. Many people live this way. They wake up tired. They think negative thoughts. They follow every feeling. They obey every emotion. They never question their mind. They believe every thought is true. If the mind says you are weak, they believe it. If the mind says you cannot learn, they believe it. If the mind says give up, they obey it. Years pass like this. Dreams fade like this. Lives shrink like this. But there is a secret, a powerful secret, a life-changing secret. You are not your thoughts. Thoughts are just visitors. They come, they speak, they leave. You are the listener. You are the chooser. You are the ruler. The moment you understand this truth, your life begins to change. Imagine you sit by a road. Cars pass by all day. Red cars, blue cars, fast cars, slow cars. You see them, but you do not chase them. Thoughts are like those cars. They pass through your mind. Some are loud, some are dark, some are scary. You do not have to enter every car. Strong people know this. They watch their thoughts. They choose their thoughts. They guide their thoughts. Weak people do not. They jump into every thought. They ride every fear. They follow every doubt. So the question is simple. Who is driving your life? You or your mind?
Many people say they want success. They say they want confidence. They say they want peace. They say they want change. But they never train their mind. That is like wanting strength without exercise. That is like wanting skill without practice. That is like wanting light without fire. Nothing grows without training. Nothing improves without effort. Nothing changes without action. Your mind is your greatest tool. It can build your future. It can destroy your future. The same mind can create courage. The same mind can create fear. The difference is training. A trained mind helps you stand. An untrained mind makes you fall. Look at a soldier. A soldier trains daily. They train in rain. They train in heat. They train when tired. Why do they train so much? Because battle is not easy. Life is also a battle, not with weapons, but with thoughts. Fear attacks you. Doubt attacks you. Laziness attacks you. Distraction attacks you. These enemies are silent. They do not shout. They whisper. They whisper later. They whisper tomorrow.
They whisper, "You are not ready." And many people listen. They wait. They delay. they stop. Days become weeks, weeks become years, years become regret. Regret is heavy, regret is painful, regret is silent. It asks one question: what if you tried? You can escape regret, you can defeat doubt, you can silence fear, but first you must take control. Control does not mean no emotion. Control does not mean no fear. Control does not mean no pain. Control means you choose your action. You can feel fear and still move. You can feel doubt and still try. You can feel tired and still work. That is power. That is strength. That is mastery. Every champion knows this rule. Feelings are waves. They rise, they fall. They never stay forever. If you obey every feeling, your life becomes chaos. One day you run, one day you hide, one day you try, one day you quit. There is no progress in chaos. Progress needs direction. Direction needs decision. Decision needs control. Control begins with awareness. You must see your thoughts. You must hear your thoughts. You must question your thoughts. Ask them questions. Is this true? Is this helpful? Is this strong? If the answer is no, do not obey it. Let it pass. This is mental strength, not shouting, not forcing, not fighting, just choosing. Choice is your superpower. You may not control the weather. You may not control luck. You may not control others, but you can control your response. That is enough. That is powerful. That is freedom.
Freedom does not start outside. Freedom starts inside. A free mind is calm. A free mind is clear. A free mind is strong. When your mind is clear, decisions become easy. Focus becomes natural. Action becomes simple. You stop fighting yourself. You start helping yourself. This is the turning point. Every great life begins here. Not with money, not with talent, not with luck. It begins with one decision. I will lead my mind. Say it slowly. I lead my mind. Again. I lead my mind. Feel the power in that sentence. Leaders do not follow noise. Leaders choose direction. Your mind produces noise all day. Memories speak. Fears speak. Voices from the past speak. You do not have to obey them. You are the leader now. Picture yourself holding reins. Your mind is the horse, strong, wild, fast. At first, it resists, it pulls away, it runs off. That is normal. Training always feels hard at first. When you learn a language, it feels hard. When you train your body, it feels hard. When you change habits, it feels hard. Hard does not mean impossible. Hard means growing. Every time you guide your mind back, you become stronger. Every time you refuse a negative thought, you become wiser. Every time you act with discipline, you become freer. Growth is quiet. Strength is silent. Power is calm. Do not look for fast change. Look for daily change. Small control today. Small control tomorrow. Small control every day. This is how giants are built. Not in one day, but in many days. Brick by brick, step by step, choice by choice. One day you will notice something. The voice of fear is softer. The voice of doubt is weaker. The voice of strength is louder. That is the moment you realize you are changing. Not because life became easier, but because you became stronger. And this is only the beginning. Your mind has more power than you know, hidden power, sleeping power, waiting power. It waits for a leader. It waits for you. Take the reins, stand tall, breathe deep. The battle is inside. The victory is also inside. Control your mind, or it will control you.
Part 2. Train your mind like a warrior. Your mind is not fixed. Your mind is not stone. Your mind is clay. It can change. It can grow. It can become strong, but only if you train it. No warrior becomes strong by accident. No athlete becomes fast by chance. No master becomes skilled overnight. Strength always comes from training. Your mind follows the same law. Most people train their body. Few people train their mind. They lift weights, they run miles, they practice sports, but they never practice thinking. So their body grows stronger, but their mind stays weak. A weak mind is dangerous. It quits early. It fears failure. It avoids effort. It chooses comfort. Comfort feels safe. Comfort feels warm. Comfort feels easy. But comfort is a trap. Inside comfort, nothing grows. Inside comfort, dreams sleep. Inside comfort, courage dies. Growth lives outside comfort. Every strong person knows this truth. They walk toward challenge. They walk toward effort. They walk toward difficulty. Not because they enjoy pain, but because they want power. Mental power. Mental power is quiet. It does not shout. It does not show off. It simply acts. When problems appear, mental power stays calm. When fear appears, mental power keeps moving. When doubt appears, mental power keeps believing. This power is not magic. This power is practice. Let us begin your training. Training step 1. Watch your thoughts. Sit quietly for a moment. Close your eyes. Listen inside. You will hear voices, ideas, memories, worries. Do not fight them, just watch them. Like clouds in the sky. Clouds move, clouds change, clouds disappear. Thoughts do the same. When you watch your thoughts, you learn something important. You are not the storm. You are the sky. Storms shout, storms crash, storms shake the air. But the sky stays. The sky holds everything. The sky remains calm above it all. You are the sky. Remember that. Training step 2. Choose your words. Words are seeds. You plant them in your mind. They grow into beliefs. If you plant weak words, you grow weak beliefs. If you plant strong words, you grow strong beliefs. Many people plant poison words. I am not smart. I am too late. I am unlucky. I always fail. They repeat these words daily. Then they wonder why life feels heavy. Poison words create poison thoughts. Poison thoughts create poison actions. Poison actions create poison results. Change your words. Change your life. Speak like a builder, not like a destroyer. Say, I am learning. I am growing. I am improving. I am trying. Simple words, strong effect. Repeat them every morning. Repeat them every night. Repeat them when doubt speaks. Your mind listens even when you do not notice. Training step 3. Focus your attention. Attention is power. Whatever you focus on grows. Focus on problems, problems grow. Focus on fear, fear grows. Focus on progress, progress grows. Your attention is like sunlight. Sunlight helps plants grow. Sunlight also helps weeds grow. Your focus decides which grows. If you stare at failure, you feed failure. If you stare at growth, you feed growth. Choose wisely. Strong minds protect their focus. They do not give attention to everything. They do not chase every noise. They do not follow every distraction. They choose. Choice is discipline. Training Step 4. Practice small wins. Do not wait for big victories. Big victories are rare. Small victories happen daily. Wake up on time. Small win. Finish a task. Small win. Ignore a distraction. Small win. Speak with courage. Small win. These wins look small, but they are powerful. Each small win tells your mind, I can do this. Confidence grows from proof, not from wishes. Every small success is proof. Collect proof daily. Training Step 5. Control your reactions. Life will test you. Someone will criticize you. Someone will doubt you. Someone will laugh at you. This will happen. Not maybe, not sometimes, always. You cannot control their actions, but you can control your reaction. Reaction is power. Weak minds react fast. Strong minds react slow. Weak minds explode. Strong minds breathe. Weak minds shout. Strong minds think. When emotion rises, pause. Take one breath, then another, then another. Breath is a bridge. It connects emotion to control. In that pause, you gain power. You choose your response. That moment is mastery. Training Step 6. Feed your mind wisely. Your mind eats information all day, every day. What you watch enters your mind. What you hear enters your mind. What you read enters your mind. If you feed it junk, it becomes weak. If you feed it strength, it becomes strong. Choose your mental food. Read words that teach. Listen to voices that lift. Watch ideas that grow. Protect your mind like treasure, because it is treasure. Training Step 7. Repeat daily. Training once is nothing. Training twice is little. Training daily is power. Repetition builds strength. A river cuts rock not by force, but by repetition. Water flows daily. Rock breaks slowly. Your effort is the water. Your limits are the rock. Keep flowing. One day, the rock breaks. Training is not exciting. Training is not dramatic. Training is quiet. Training is simple. Training is daily.
Many people quit because training feels boring. But boring is powerful. Boring builds skill. Boring builds strength. Boring builds mastery. Champions respect boring practice. They show up. They repeat. They improve. No applause. No spotlight. No noise. Just growth. That is real power. Now listen carefully. You do not need talent to start. You do not need confidence to start. You do not need courage to start. You only need a decision. A decision to train your mind. Once you decide, everything changes. Your thoughts become clearer. Your focus becomes sharper. Your actions become stronger. You begin to notice something new. Problems look smaller. Challenges look possible. Effort feels lighter. Why? Because your mind is stronger. A strong mind changes everything. It turns fear into fuel. It turns doubt into questions. It turns failure into lessons. Weak minds break under pressure. Strong minds build under pressure. Pressure is not your enemy. Pressure is your teacher. Diamonds form under pressure. Steel hardens under fire. Warriors rise through struggle. You are no different. Inside you is strength. Inside you is courage. Inside you is discipline. These are not gifts. They are skills. Skills can be trained, and you are training now. Each moment you choose awareness. Each moment you choose focus. Each moment you choose effort. You grow, not loudly, not suddenly, but truly. Look ahead. Imagine your future self. Calm mind, clear thoughts, strong will. That person is not a dream. That person is a direction, and you are walking toward them. Step by step, choice by choice, day by day. This is the path of mastery. Not fast, not easy, but real. Keep training. Your mind is learning. Your mind is changing. Your mind is becoming your ally. And when your mind becomes your ally, nothing can stop you. Part 3. Become the leader of your life. You have come far. You have learned to watch your thoughts. You have learned to train your mind. You have learned to guide your focus. Now it is time for the final step, leadership. Not leading others, leading yourself. Because the hardest person to lead is not a crowd, not a team, not a company. It is you. Self-leadership is the highest power. When you lead yourself, you do not need pressure. You do not need praise. You do not need someone watching. You act because you choose to act. This is freedom. Most people think freedom means doing anything, but real freedom is different. Real freedom means choosing wisely.
If you cannot control your actions, you are not free. You are controlled. Controlled by mood, controlled by fear, controlled by habit, controlled by comfort. That is not freedom. That is a cage without bars. You cannot see it, but you feel it. You feel it when you want to change, but do nothing. You feel it when you dream, but do not act. You feel it when you know the right step, but still wait. The door of the cage is open, but you must walk out. No one can walk out for you. This is your life. You must lead it. Leadership begins with a question. Who am I becoming? Not who were you, not who others say you are, not who you fear you might be. Who are you becoming? Every action answers that question. Every choice writes your story. You write it daily, with habits, with decisions, with effort. Some people write their story with excuses. They say, I will start tomorrow. I am too tired. I am not ready. I will try later. These words look small, but they are powerful. They delay life. They delay growth. They delay change. Tomorrow is a dangerous word. Tomorrow steals dreams. Tomorrow hides courage. Tomorrow weakens action. Strong minds respect today. Today is real. Today is alive. Today is yours. If you act today, you grow today. If you wait today, you lose today. Life is built from today's, not tomorrow's. So ask yourself now, what can I do today? Not something big, not something perfect, something real. Maybe you read 1 page. Maybe you practice 10 minutes. Maybe you take 1 brave step. Small action, big power. Because action changes identity. When you act brave, you become brave. When you act disciplined, you become disciplined. When you act focused, you become focused. Identity is not given. Identity is built. Built through action. Not once, not sometimes, but repeatedly. Repetition builds character. Character builds destiny. Destiny is not luck. Destiny is direction. And direction comes from choice. You choose your direction. Even when life is hard, even when people doubt you, even when progress feels slow, slow progress is still progress. Never forget that. A tree grows slowly, but it becomes strong. A mountain rises slowly, but it becomes mighty. Slow growth lasts. Fast growth fades. Do not rush your journey. Build it. Brick by brick, step by step, day by day. There will be days when you feel weak. That is normal. There will be days when you feel lost. That is human. There will be days when you want to quit. That is expected. Do not fear these days. They are teachers. Weak days teach patience. Lost days teach reflection. Hard days teach strength.
Every feeling has a lesson. Listen to the lesson. Do not run from it. Remember, emotion is not your enemy. Emotion is a signal. It tells you something inside needs attention. If you feel fear, maybe something matters to you. If you feel anger, maybe something feels unfair. If you feel sadness, maybe something needs healing. Feelings speak. Wise people listen. But wise people also choose. They choose what action to take. Feeling is natural. Reaction is choice. That is your power. When you understand this, life changes. You stop blaming emotion. You start guiding it. You stop fighting yourself. You start leading yourself. This is mastery, not control through force, control through understanding. You understand your thoughts, you understand your reactions, you understand your habits, and when you understand something, you can change it. Change is always possible, no matter your past, no matter your mistakes, no matter your fears. The past is a lesson, not a prison. Mistakes are teachers, not chains. Fear is a signal, not a wall. Everything can become strength if you choose to learn. Learning is the path of heroes. Heroes are not perfect. They fall, they fail, they struggle, but they rise. They rise again and again and again. Not because rising is easy, but because quitting is worse. Inside you lives that hero. Not in the future, not in a dream, inside you now, waiting for a decision, the decision to lead your life, the decision to guide your mind, the decision to stand up inside yourself and say, I choose growth. I choose courage. I choose discipline. I choose action. When you say these words, say them with belief. Not loud, not dramatic, just true. Truth is stronger than noise. Your quiet decision can change your whole life. Many people wait for a big moment, a perfect chance, a perfect plan, a perfect feeling. But perfect moments are rare. Real change begins in ordinary moments. This moment, right now. This is where your new path begins. Not tomorrow morning, not next week, not next year. Now. Take one step. That is all. Just one step. Then another tomorrow. Then another the next day. Soon, steps become distance. Distance becomes progress. Progress becomes transformation. One day you will look back. You will see how far you came. You will see how strong you became. You will see how different you are. Not because of luck, not because of chance, because of choice. Your choice. You chose discipline. You chose effort. You chose growth, and those choices built you, built your mind, built your character, built your future. This is the reward of self-leadership.
Confidence that is real, strength that is steady, calm that is deep. No one can give you these. You must build them. And you are building them now. Every time you think clearly, every time you act bravely, every time you stay focused, you build yourself. Never stop building, because the greatest project you will ever work on is you. So stand tall, breathe deep, look forward. Your path is open. Your mind is stronger. Your will is sharper. Your future is waiting. Lead yourself. Trust yourself. Become the person you respect. And when the world asks who you are, you will not need to answer. Your life will answer for you.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Self-Study Every Day for more helpful lessons. Leave a comment and tell me what you want to learn next.